Good morning, brothers and sisters, children of grace. Let me get another hat. That looks a little better. Advertise Panama City. We go there a lot in the summers. I don't know. I like to go down there and just look out over the water. I'll go down there sometime with my wife. I'll be down here. I'll be here all ate up with chiggers and mosquito bites, poison ivy. I go down there and get in the water. It won't be the next day. It'll be all dried up and you'll be won't be itching. I don't know what it is, but I like to get in the ocean water. I believe it's good for you. But anyway, peace of love from Miss Old Boy down here in Alabama. Got my coffee. I remember when I started out in the cotton mill, just had got married. Back, you either leave town, go to Atlanta, fame and fortune, or you stay here in this little, you stay in this little small cotton mill town, and live out your lives. That's the way it is, Well, I'm not necessarily Atlanta, but you move away, but we stayed here, right here, where in this little town. Well, it's done got pretty big now, people are moving south. People are moving in around here. They found out how good it is, So you're always not far from a little country road here, Used to live up there in the city for just this. I had a short encounter with Atlanta, and then I came back home. We came back home, my wife and I, down here to where I live in this little cotton mill town, about 100 miles south of Atlanta. But anyway, just want to get back in touch with everybody. Got my coffee. I learned about coffee when I was young, just starting out in my cotton mill, and then this one of these fixers was sitting there in the morning. I come walking in, hadn't been there very long. I was sitting there at the desk waiting for the buzzer to ring, the whistle to blow, so we can go to work. And this man was nice to me. I never will forget that. If you give a cup of cold water in his name, you won't lose your reward. Anyway, this man was nice to me. I found out that just when you want to give up on life, God will send somebody nice to you. Well, anyway, he gave me a cup of coffee. He went over to the machine and said, "Hey, let me buy you a cup of coffee." A little old, machine there. He bought me a cup of coffee. How you like it, And I says, "Well, I guess I'll take a." Well, he was taking it black, I think. So I took it black, So I didn't want to be. I remember that I took it black. I drank that cup of coffee. Next thing you know, I was feeling better. I said, "That's why they doing this. That's why they drink this coffee." So I've been doing it ever since. But anyway, just want to get back in and just say a few words. I don't know what I'm going to say, except on my singing, I made that little song. Well, I stole it from Waylon Jennings and made it mine. So and when I do a song, I just sit down and jot a few words down. And it's the first take, and I goof up lots, but I just put it down because I can't do it over again any better. I barely do get through a song. So if I get through a song without messing up, it's very unusual. But I do what I do, and I put it out there for whoever wants to listen to it or not listen to it. It's kind of embarrassing because these kids nowadays play so good, and and You don't want to follow them. Oh, if they put you up there on the YouTube thing. But anyway, peace and love to every child of grace out there. And when I say child of grace, I mean that's what I believe. I believe that everybody out there that's God's child is a child of grace. I don't believe it's anything they've done. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about that Waylon Jennings song. I was born down around in Tennessee. But the people out in California are nice to me. I have a person out in California that's nice to me on this internet. But that's the way it is, brother, sister. In America and all over the world, there are nice people that have God's Spirit in them that have never darkened the door of any religious order. But they have a personal, God. But anyway, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the God of the Bible because of I read the Bible and figured out something about the Bible. I don't do that. I might read it today. This poem called I called it "The Letter That Kills," and I think that's what I call that poem. And somebody might want to look it up, and I might just read it, later on today. Just put it up there and read it to you. It's about the letter that kills. I don't believe in God because of I read the Bible and I figured out, everything that it meant in it, because people didn't have the Bible before 1611, and little children don't have the Bible, and that's not why I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in Jesus Christ because I had an experience when I was young. I was in my early teens. It was about this time of year, the winter. There was a lake below our house, and it froze over, and there was ice. It had ice about that thick, all over. That was very unusual for the South. But people came, and the neighbors came, and they were ice skating on it. Some of them had ice skates, and some of them had a sled. One of them had constructed this little wooden sled and left it down at the base of the water. Well, I go down to the lake. I go down there all the time. We go all the time and swim and fish. But this time it was froze over. I saw that little sled. I got on it right at the edge of the water. It wasn't very deep. But what happened was just the shape of the angle of the water, of the ice, led me to start slipping out toward the deep part. I couldn't stop it. So I get out over there, and it's over my head on that little sled, and it starts cracking, and I fall through the ice out there, and there was nobody to help me. There was one fellow up there, my friend up on the thing, but he didn't even have time to go help. He tried to help me, but he couldn't. He'd be in danger himself. So there was no help, and I'd been out there, probably in the water for at least 30 minutes, I know. I was getting cold, I was fixing to die. Anyway, when I fell through, I started giving up. The ice, I say this, people don't believe it, but you hear it all over. Everybody always says it, but my life passed before me, and this was before VCRs. And where you could roll it backwards. My whole life went before me, from that time all the way to the back in an instant, like that, And I knew at that moment that there was a God, and He was watching everything I did. And He was, but the thing about it was, brothers and sisters, the God that was watching me was a good God. This is before I ever thought about anything about religion or Jesus Christ or anything like that, or who this God was. It was an entity that was watching me, and was interested in me because He knew every little thing about me all the way back to to my childhood. most of the stuff I did was bad, but he was still watching me. Well, I knew. I said, well, I figure, well, I don't know what my life was for. Here I am, I'm just a young kid, and I'm fixing to die. But not so, not so. I by some miraculous means, I wound up on the shore over there, and I survived that ice. I kept throwing myself up on the ice. But when I had taken this lifeguard test, up at Junior Life Saving up at the swimming pool one summer, he would taught us how to bounce off the bottom. If it wasn't so too deep, you could bounce off the bottom and push yourself up. Well, anyway, I had completely give out and was fixing to die of hypothermia, I'm sure. I have a mark on my leg right here to this day, a busted blood vessel that reminds me of that day. And anyway, I went to the bottom and I pushed up. When I came up, throwed myself up on the ice, and the ice broke off. I made a little dent toward the bank. I did it again, and I broke off again. I throwed myself up on the ice, and the ice was thawing enough so it broke. So I made a track all the way to the bank by pushing myself off the bottom. But anyway, I think God kept my head, gave me the ability not to panic too bad. But anyway, I survived that event, brothers and sisters. So I know God. There's a God in heaven, from experience, not the written word of God, but and found out later that was the one. Jesus Christ was the one that was watching over me, my stronger older brother, the one mediator between God and man, was interested in this poor sinner down here in Alabama. So, brothers and sisters, I'm just saying this. I don't know why. Maybe there's some of y'all out there that have had some kind of experience. I don't know necessarily. Some people don't have any experience. It doesn't matter. But I don't go necessarily by the Bible. People get mad at me. I say, the Bible is not God. God is God. God is God. Whatever God says is true. But and like I say, you can get the written word of God wrong. I see people fussing all the time about what it means. Dueling Bible verses back and forth. I try not to get into it, but I do sometimes. But anyway, I was born down around Tennessee, but the people out in California are nice to me. That rhymes. So I wasn't born in Tennessee, but it doesn't rhyme with Atlanta. It's hard to find a rhyme with Atlanta. But no, brothers and sisters, there's people out there in this world that know not what they do, and there's people that are just plain the devil's people. And I try to discern between who are the people that know not what they do. Jesus said they know not what they do. God's people were out there agreeing with the crucifixion, probably because of what the government had brainwashed them into thinking. And so, and they were stoning Peter, stoning Luke, and Luke said, "Don't lay this sin to their charge." See, that goes along with it. They know not what to do. So can't get too mad at people. I spent most of my life knowing not what I was doing, and God gave me a little more information here and there. Incidentally, I got to get off here, and that gave me another thought. But anyway, I don't do but 15 minutes, so or else you have to do something else, and I don't know what it is. But anyway, peace and love, brothers and sisters, and put your comment down there in the comment section. I like that. That keeps me going. Peace and love from Miss Old Boy down here in Alabama.